morning, everybody. Welcome to another time that we're able to share with you on the Monday Coffee Conversation. We're not able to be with you from the river this morning due to some weather and water just not good. But we were hoping to, but it didn't turn out that way. But it won't stop us from coming to you. Last week we talked about being fishers of men and what kind of bait we were using. Well, this week, continuing on with the fishers of men, we want to talk about what kind of fishing we're actually doing. There's two kinds of fishing that I myself like to do. One I grew up doing, and then one later on in life I found to be really enjoyable. Bank fishing and wade fishing. Now, bank fishing, it's what I was talking about the other day with the night crawlers. You just put the night crawlers on your hook, you throw out in the water, and you sit there and you wait and see what happens. It's a good relaxing way to fish. Sometimes you may even get a nap or two in if the action's not too hot, but it's how people fish from the beginning of time with a pole, not using nets, is to just throw out an old cane pole and have a piece of bait on there and just sit and wait for the fish to come. Now, wade fishing is what I like to do myself a little more. That's when you're getting out into the water and you're going after them, and you're throwing out and you're reeling your lure in, you throw back out again. It's a lot of fun. You catch a lot more fish most of the time that way because of you just have more opportunities. You know, if you throw your line out and you're with your night crawler and you're sitting here like you throw it here and it just sits there and sits there and sits there and sits there, there might be a fish come by and get it, and there might not. But if you're throwing out here 1 second and then 30 seconds later you're throwing over here, you just have a better chance. It's more fun. You get that strike feeling when you're reeling in and they hit it versus just sitting there and watching the end of the pole move around. And I like wade fishing a little better, but they're both effective. So when it comes to being fishers of men, which way do we want to go? Well, I tend to think that we want to be the more active type. We want to be the more active type because, like I said, with the night crawlers, and you're just sitting there, you're pretty much just leaving it up to chance. Maybe a fish will swim by and see it, maybe it won't. Maybe I'll catch something, maybe not. But when it comes to the wade fishing, you're putting a little more work into it. You're putting a little more action into it, and you're raising the odds a little more. So you're throwing out and you're reeling in. You're throwing out. You're actively going after the fish. So fishers of men, shouldn't we be active about it? You know, when we sit around and we say, God, send somebody to us, and we don't try to reach out to anyone on our own. We just keep praying that prayer, and we sit at the house and we don't message anyone, or we don't call anyone, or we don't see anyone that we want to talk to. And sometimes we can miss the ones that God has sent to us. If we're just sitting there waiting for them to come up and grab the hook, grab the bait, sometimes we may miss them. We have to be active, be intentional about being witnesses for God. Now, that don't mean go out and just slap everybody you see in the head with the Bible. We still want to use the Holy Spirit as a guide, but we have to be looking. We have to be ready. We have to be watchful. We have to use things that God has given us as tools to be able to go out and catch these fish for Jesus. Remember what Jesus told the disciples. Go ye into all the world. He never said, sit ye and wait on the world. Go ye into all the world. So always listen to the Holy Spirit as the main thing, but be active in looking for opportunities to witness for God. That's all we have this morning. I wanted to make it a quick little message because I have something else I wanted to share with you. Today, our brother Larry is laid to rest, and while he is in heaven celebrating, we still miss him. We still miss him. I consider Larry a really good friend. He was a fellow Vol fan and just a kind-hearted man. And he had a super talent. And when he played on the piano, and he had a wonderful tenor voice. So this morning as we leave, I have a special treat for you, and I really think you're going to enjoy it. It's from our Resurrection Sunday online service way back on Easter weekend, and it shows Sister Kim Bryan and Brother Larry singing together, and Larry is hitting that harmony in just a wonderful, wonderful way. So in honor of Larry Templeton, we hope you enjoy this little memory that we have of him here, and we hope it's a blessing. We continue to pray for the family as they go through this time, and we know that Larry's happy. We know that Larry's in a pain-free place now, but we still miss him here on earth. So here is Sister Kim Bryan and Brother Larry Templeton. You guys have a wonderful day.
Hopelessly lost our way. Oh, we hopelessly lost our way. You are the one that we praise. You are the one we adore. You give the healing and grace. Hearts always hunger for. Oh, our hearts always hunger for. You are the one that we praise. You are the one that adore. You give the healing and grace. Hearts always hunger for. Oh, our hearts always hunger for. Almighty, infinite Father, faithfully loving you, Lord. Healing our weakness with kindness, falling before your throne. Oh, we're falling before your throne. You